I really thought that was interesting what you said about eventually having just one environment and getting rid of, staging and development. Would that work even on backend code or when you want to have like an improvement or a bug fix on a specific feature? And then would you have to duplicate that code and one that has the flag and one that doesn't have the flag so that you can toggle between the two? Is that the idea?
So I mean, most of our customers, when they start using feature flags, they start using them on the front end, and they tend to have a more natural fit managing user interfaces. And quite often you can gate code through a user interface, right? So say you're working on a new feature and you've got an API that you're building out for the back end. You can deploy that endpoint that's new because it's not tied up to any front end, right? So it kind of naturally lends itself to initially to managing front end aspects. But yeah, no, I mean, when we say remove staging, and we mean it everywhere. We mean have one environment across the entire organization. And so that means we have client side SDKs, but we also have, I think, 9 different server side SDKs where if you've got 2 radically different code paths, let's say you're using search engine X to do your search engine for your e-commerce store, and you decided that search engine Y is going to be better. And you can start building the integration into search engine Y, and then you can flag those 2 code paths, right? So you can have a huge, you can light up a big chunk of code just through a flag if you want to. And in the same way, on the front end, we have customers, they'll build a new onboarding flow, for example, which could be a complicated, it could be a 7-screen onboarding flow. And they'll gate the old flow with the new flow. And then they can use the platform to drive A/B tests, so they can send half their customers down the old one and half down the new one, and track what the performance of those 2 are like compared to each other. So yeah, no, I mean, we mean do it everywhere. It's kind of one of those things where you can't really be half in and half out. You need to literally delete staging and start, it's great because you start caring about writing tests, right? If you've got a QA team in a staging environment, tests are a burden that bore and annoy you as an engineer, because you kind of don't care about them, right? But if you're pushing to production all the time, multiple times a day, you care greatly that the quality of your tests is high and your coverage is high, because if you're missing, if you've got big gaps there and you push some code that is wrong, then it's on your neck, right? It's so there's a whole bunch of stuff around this idea that we think is really positive, and getting engineers to care about their tests because they are covering them rather than anyone else is really important.
If you too like to debug in production, give us a like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you.